He's not on the floor.
Without objection.
Madam Speaker, if you went out to a gas station this morning or tomorrow morning and you asked anybody pumping gasoline what the #1 issue is, they would tell you without doubt it's the price of gasoline, because it's having an impact on their food and on every other commodity that they deal with. The American people want gasoline prices and energy prices to come down. And you know, the thing that really amazes me about my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, Madam Speaker, is they won't listen to the American people. 80% of the American people, according to recent polls, say if we have the resources here in America, we should drill for them right here. Obviously, everybody's concerned about the environment, but we can drill for oil in the Anwar and off the continental shelf and use coal shale to create a tremendous amount of gasoline and energy in this country without even relying on the foreign sources. The problem is my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will not listen to the American people. Now, I was watching Sean Hannity on Hannity and Combs the other night, and Mr. Hannity said he couldn't figure out why the Republicans weren't talking about this and making this a big issue. And if he were here tonight, I would say, Sean, we are doing it. We're screaming from the top of this Capitol that we ought to drill in the Anwar. We ought to drill off the continental shelf. We've got a 500-year supply of natural gas, but the Democrats on the other side will not listen to the American people. And the price of gasoline goes up and up and up, and the price of energy goes up and up and up. I understand that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle want to go to new forms of energy that are environmentally safe, and I think everybody in this body wants that. But while we're transitioning to the new technologies, we still have to live. We still have to have heating oil. We still have to have gasoline. We still have to have energy. And the way we can get it and not depend on foreign resources is by drilling in the Anwar, drilling off the continental shelf, using coal shale, and using natural gas. But the environmentalist lobby, my colleagues will never admit to this on the other side of the aisle, but the environmentalist lobby has them by the throat. And as a result, they will not yield to the American people's will that we drill here in this country to reduce the price of energy. Now, I believe this will be an issue in the fall campaign. I know everybody's talking about Obama and McCain in the presidential race. But the people who are in this country are really concerned about getting to and from work and paying their bills. And I'd just like to say to my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, go to any gas station tonight. Go to any gas station tomorrow and ask anybody pumping gas this question. Do you think we ought to drill for our own oil? Do you think we should depend less on foreign resources like Saudi Arabia or Venezuela? And 80% of them will look at you right in the eye and say, you bet. I want the price of gasoline to go down. And my Democrat colleagues, I want you to listen to them, because they're going to get more and more angry with you because you will not listen. We can bring the price of gasoline down immediately if we say we're going to drill in the Anwar, drill off the continental shelf, because our competitors around the world are going to see, oh my gosh, there's going to be competition, and you'll see the price of gasoline, the price of oil per barrel to go down. So tonight, once again, I'll just say to my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, please, please listen to the American people. They want to drill in the Anwar. They want an environmentally safe way to drill in the Anwar, and we have it. They want to drill off the continental shelf. They want us to drill for our own oil and our own natural resources. And they don't want to depend on Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Mexico, or any place else. And we should listen to them. We should listen to them. So if Sean Hannity was here tonight, Madam Speaker, I would say, Sean, we're screaming from the top of this Capitol, but our colleagues on the other side of the aisle aren't listening right now. But if we keep this up, and the American people listen, and I think they will, they're going to hold my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, the Democrats, they're going to hold them responsible for the cost of energy. And so I'd just like to say to you, the election's coming up, and everything looks pretty good for your side of the aisle. But you better do something about energy, because the American people want something done, and they want it done quickly. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Okay, the gentleman yields back.